Hey guys, so today I'm here with Ask Kirsten number 12. I have not done an Ask Kirsten video since like the day after I moved to California, and I've lived here for like 2-ish months now. So yeah, and I have a lot of comments on my previous video. So if you have any questions for the next Ask Kirsten, feel free to ask them down below in the comments section. I typically skip over a few questions just because most of them have already been asked. So if you have a new random one, that'd be cool. Also, Brian's soccer stuff. Sorry, I don't know where to put it, so it's in the background. I'm also wearing a beanie in this video just because it matches my eye makeup like a lot, so don't judge me. But they're both from the same company. It's actually a friend of Brian and I's from high school, from like the first high school Brian and I went to back in North Carolina. A friend of ours made a clothing company and sent Brian some stuff, and I stole it because I wanted to match my eye makeup to my beanie. It's Select Few Clothing Company. I'll link the Instagram and all that down below if you guys want to check it out. It's a pretty nice company. I mean, the kid that runs it's awesome. Like, we've known him for a long time, so if you're interested, definitely check it out. And I think they're having like a contest right now to get free stuff, so I don't know. But anyway, I don't know how many questions, because like I said, I'm uploading a channel to Brian and Kirsten TV, or I'm uploading a video to Brian and Kirsten TV right now, so I'm like not on my own channel, so it's hard to look at comments. But anyway, we're gonna get started. Shiloh, I think baby says, how are you liking California? Your favorite place since you've been living there? I love California. I mean, I love it here. The weather's wonderful. There's so much close stuff to do. Like, there's so much stuff to do, like, that's close to me, which is awesome. I live in a big city, so it's really nice. I don't live in LA, for those of you that are wondering. I just don't. I live in Santa Ana, Costa Mesa area, like, literally the border. My favorite place since I've been here, I guess that's, like, specific to California, would probably be In-N-Out. I mean, I guess that's like the only place here that's like specific to California that's like a restaurant, I guess, other than like Del Taco. In-N-Out's great. I love In-N-Out, like I just do. So I guess it's my favorite place. But oh, and Disneyland. I love Disneyland. Disneyland is literally like an hour-and-a-half bus ride away, but it's like 20 minutes if we're driving, so it's pretty close. Caitlin Lindsay asks, whoa, sorry, she like worded it weird. Do you and Brian have Disneyland passes? No, we don't have Disneyland passes, just because you pay like $300 to go like 370, like 300 days out of the year, I think it is. Like, I don't think you get like the full year. I think you get like 360 days. Or 300 days, sorry, I'm like losing track of myself. We don't have passes just because we work full-time, so it's like hard for us to go anyway. So when we do go, we do get like a military discount, because if you have an ID, you get a discount. So no, we don't have passes. Beside the Tide says, would you ever dye your hair red? Maybe not a bright red, but like an auburn red. I think it would look really good on you. Oh, thanks. I would probably. I think my hair like slowly is going auburn right now, which is so weird, because usually when like the dye wears off, it goes like light blonde or dark blonde, light brown. But it's definitely getting like dark red on me, and it's really weird, but I'm liking it. So like, you can kind of see it right here. Maybe I would. Maybe, I don't know. Pastel Skies 425 says, what is the weirdest thing you've ever done? The weirdest thing? I guess the weirdest thing would probably be making YouTube videos, because to a lot of people this is really like weird, because nobody understands like that it's like a hobby now for people. So I guess this is probably the weirdest thing to people. I don't really do typically weird things. Like, I say weird stuff that I don't mean to say and like kick myself for it later, but I don't do weird stuff. Totally Teenism says, what is the most you've ever spent on one shopping trip? I think the most I've ever spent on a shopping trip was probably two or three Christmases ago. I had my first job, and I had been saving up, and I had just gotten like birthday money, so I had like a lot of money on me, and it was like the first Christmas that Brian and I spent together. So I went to the mall with like a friend and spent like a ton of money. I think we spent like $600 to $700 on like presents. Like, it wasn't just stuff for me. It says 2 thumbs up. It's from Only Cyane All the Way, and it says, what's it like living with a new family? Were you nervous? No, just because it was Brian's family. I don't know how to explain this. I mean, it wasn't like I was moving into a place with people that I didn't know. Like, I was definitely moving in with people that I knew, so I wasn't really nervous at all. Like, no big deal. And this has 3 thumbs up. It's from H. Buford 13. What is it like living with Brian? It is really different. It's like a big sleepover all the time. I mean, we're basically, I mean, yeah, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. We're basically best friends, so we pretty much just chill like all the time. Like, make jokes on each other, go out to eat all the time, go see movies, watch movies at home, eat popcorn, clean the room together, although I do most of the cleaning. And it's just, I don't know, it's fun for the most part. Like, I love living with Brian. It's a lot of fun. Kayla's Life said, what did you take to Disneyland when you and Brian went? We had to take book bags because we stayed at the hotel for one night. We had to clock out at 11 the next day, so we went to Disney the day we had to check out of the hotel. So we took like all of our stuff with us. Like in my book bag I had like clothes and makeup and like my camera and stuff. Like it wasn't a lot of stuff. This has 27 thumbs up. It's from Sun Signs by Stephanie, and she asks, has your relationship with Brian changed since moving in together? No. Not like in a bad way. Like it's probably changed in like a good way because like we're always around each other and like we've learned to sort of like cooperate functionally with each other side by side. So it hasn't changed for like bad or anything. It's perfectly fine. And no, we've been pretty good. Mooney Actor says, what are you trying to pursue in the future? What career options have you thought of? I used to want to be a teacher for like the longest time, but after a while I was like, you know what, I really don't think teaching is for me. I'm not like into that whole like kids thing. I went to a 3rd grade classroom for like a month and I just really didn't like it because they were just like clingy, and I don't know, I like having my space. I don't know how to explain why I didn't like it. But since I started working at Sephora, I definitely think I want to continue working at Sephora as long as I possibly can because I love my job. It's a lot of fun. I definitely think I'm probably going to go to college to major in like business or something like that, and eventually kind of work my way up in like a corporate business and things like that. But I'm not too sure what I want to do now. I know I just want to work at Sephora basically. Like that's what I want to do right at this moment, is work at Sephora, and I am, and I'm really happy about it. So I definitely don't want to be a teacher anymore, but working at Sephora is probably the career option that I'm most wanting right now. Paige Oth says, who started making videos first, you or Brian? I started making them first. Keely Ann asks, how long have you and Brian been together and how have you guys managed to stay together? We've been together for 2 years and 8 months as I'm filming this video, so it'll be 3 years in October. How we've managed to stay together, I'm not sure. We went long distance for 8 months, that sucked. But we're just really, I mean, we both just really want this relationship. We both really love each other, so that's how. Gwen Cupcake 1 says, do you have a favorite moisturizer? I don't have a favorite, but lately I've just been using this one from Ulla Henriksen that you can get at Sephora. It's called Sheer Transformation. It's really smooth on my skin, so that's probably my favorite right now. Other than that, probably just the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. Love that stuff. Randa the Panda 34 says, is it weird seeing Brian every day now that you guys live together and were in a long distance relationship previously? No, definitely not. We were only in a long distance relationship for 8 months, like I said. So, I mean, before we went long distance, we both lived in North Carolina together. Our entire junior year of high school, we had every single class together. So, I mean, we saw each other constantly. So, seeing him again, it's honestly, it wasn't weird. It was more of like a relief. Like, thank God, I finally get to see you. We don't have to deal with the distance anymore. So, it's definitely not weird. Sarah Mo says, what are your favorite videos to film and why? How much time do you spend a week filming, and can you do more lookbooks? I love to film videos like this where I can just sit down and talk to the camera and not have to worry about pulling clothes or pulling makeup. I love doing that as well, but that takes a lot of time. So doing stuff like this is really easy for me. How much time do I spend a week filming? Well, because I have this channel and I also have Brian and Kirsten TV, which is like a daily vlog channel, I spend a lot of time filming. Like, I constantly feel like I am on camera. So I film a lot of the time. And yes, I can do more lookbooks. Brian said he would help me. So, yeah, hopefully soon we can do one. The MRTYDY says, if you could live in any movie universe, which one would you live in? This is just off the top of my head. I would live in The Truman Show, because then everything would be based around me. Yeah. If you've never seen The Truman Show, it's actually a really good movie. It's Jim Carrey's in it, and he plays a really serious role, and it's really, really good actually. So, Isabella BH says, do you and Brian ever plan on going to VidCon or Playlist Live or any YouTuber events? I plan on going to IMATS in January. I don't know if Brian's going to go with me. I might go with some of the people I work with, just because it's a makeup show, and I don't think Brian would be interested in that. But I do think we're probably going to go to VidCon. I believe it's in August. Playlist Live's in Orlando. Is it always in Orlando? I'm not sure. If it is, I don't know, because that feels like a big plane ride to go to one YouTuber event, but definitely the ones that are like in LA would be easy for us because that's only like 30 minutes from us. So probably, yeah. And if I do go to IMATS, I will definitely let you guys know just because I want to meet you guys. Known Basketball Girl says, do you prefer BB cream, tinted moisturizer, or foundation? And what's your favorite eyeshadow from the drugstore? I prefer foundation just because I like the full coverage. And my favorite eyeshadows from the drugstore are usually Wet n Wild. I really like the new L'Oreal Infallibles. Those are phenomenal. I think that's the only eyeshadow from the drugstore I actually like. Classic Barbie 01 says, do you feel like you've matured ever since moving in with Brian? Also, did it feel weird moving with Brian and knowing his mom and siblings live there? By the way, are you getting another P.O. box? Brian and I are getting a P.O. box soon. I don't know how soon, but we will definitely let you guys know on either this channel or our daily vlog channel. So if you don't follow that channel, I will link it down below as usual. I do feel like I've matured a lot just because I've had to work full-time and go to school full-time, which is really crazy, and it wasn't weird. Abby Ashburn says, have you ever cried in front of Brian? If so, how did he react to that? Yeah, I mean, we've been dating for almost 3 years, so I've definitely cried in front of him. I mean, I've moved away from him. I have cried. And I mean, he just reacts like any other typical boyfriend, I think. Just hugs me and tells me to stop. Iman Bieber says, have you ever heard of the country Bosnia Herzegovina? Yeah, I've heard of both of them. I took AP Euros, so yeah. Maid Carl says, if you could put a pair of eyes anywhere to see anything, where would you put them? I would put them on Cinderella's castle in Disney World, just to see, like, everything. I don't know, that probably wasn't where you were going with that, but I don't know. I don't know where I'd put, I mean, I was either going to say that or something like totally raunchy, so, I don't know. Draw My Life video! I have a Draw My Life video for any of you that haven't seen it. I have a lot of questions asking Draw My Life. Haley Sky says, what did your parents think about you getting tattoos? My parents took me to get my first tattoo, so I'm pretty sure they're for it, to be honest. Paige Elizabeth says, what are your favorite brands? Pretty much any brand that Sephora carries, and that's just because I'm completely biased now that I work at Sephora. But other than Sephora brands, I would definitely say L'Oreal's phenomenal, Wet n Wild's really good, Revlon's pretty good, and there's another one, Maybelline. Melina XO13 says, what was the first concert you went to and what was the latest one you went to? The first one I went to, I was probably like 5, and I went to one with my first stepmom, and it was Kenny Chesney. And the last one I went to was Warped Tour last summer. This one has 12 thumbs up, and I literally get asked this question in like every Ask Kirsten. This is from ADFGHJKL2, and it says, have you ever tried drugs? Well, caffeine is a drug, so technically I just tried drugs. Kelly Noreen asked, why did you stop making your monthly book videos? They were one of my favorite. Oh, thank you. I loved making those videos. Like, I still want to make them, but I don't read as much as I used to. I read a lot that summer just because I didn't have any friends. I didn't go to school that summer, and I read a lot, but I really haven't read at all since then. So if I do start reading, hopefully soon, I will definitely try and do monthly book reviews because I loved those videos. I get asked this one a lot too. It's from Vale MCF. How old are you? I am 18. I get asked this one too a lot. It's from Kenzie Lane. How tall are you and how much do you weigh? I am 5'5", and I honestly do not know how much I weigh. The last time I weighed myself was about a year ago, and it was like 102 pounds. And I'm pretty sure I've gained weight since then because all I do now is eat. So I really don't know how much I weigh. KMMC1023 says, do you accept people as a friend on your Facebook? Before, when I actually had a Facebook, because I deactivated mine because I don't even like Facebook anymore, I didn't accept people just because if I don't know you, I don't accept you. I only accept people I personally know. But I deactivated my Facebook because I don't use it. Like, I literally don't use it. So I got rid of it. Heather Davies says, do you still love... Oh my gosh, I can't even read today. Do you still live on an army base in California? What are some things you miss about it, and how is California's weather treating you? The only reason I lived on an army base in Virginia because my stepdad isn't in the army, he's in the Marine Corps. The only reason we lived there was because it was a training base, which means all branches of the military can go through it. So my dad was an instructor, so that's why he was instructing the Marines that were on the base. So I don't live on an army base here. I don't even know if there is an army base in California. I know there's a Marine base. It's Pendleton. My family might be moving there soon. Thank God. because I love my family. Actually, I don't even think they're moving there. I think they're going to South Carolina. I just lied to you. That sucks. But the weather's beautiful here, so yay. Kelsey H93 says, do you / can you sing? I do sing. Not very well. I Hope 1630 says, if you were given $1 million to spend and you had to spend it all, you were not allowed to save any, what would you spend it on? Brian and I actually talked about this the other day because, like, remember I don't know if you guys know, but like the lottery was giving away like $6 million or something like that, and we were like, dang, you know, if I won that, well, if I won the 1 million or whatever, I would give $250,000 to my mom, I would give $250,000 to my dad, I would give $250,000 to my grandma, and then I would take the $250 that was left and I would spend it on everything. No, I'm just kidding. I'd probably buy a house or build a house. Mr. Blair Johnston says, all of this teen mom epidemic, the schools you've gone to, had there been a lot of teen pregnancies? Oh, okay. My freshman year, there was... Actually, I think my freshman year was the year that a lot of the girls at my school were pregnant. I think there was 4 or 5 girls that were pregnant, but they were like juniors and seniors. And my sophomore year, 1 girl got pregnant. My junior year, nobody was pregnant. No, I lied. My sophomore year, no one was pregnant. My junior year, somebody got pregnant. And then my senior year at my other school, nobody was pregnant. And then the last question is from Nicole Makes You Up, and it says, do your coworkers at Sephora know you make YouTube videos? Yes, they do. And actually, they think it is so cool. Like, one of my friends, well, actually, 3 of them, I believe, want to be in videos, and I have no problems with that. I think that would be so cool to include them all in a video and let you guys see them and stuff like that, because I know some of them want to make videos for themselves, which I think is totally cool. So yeah, they do know I make YouTube videos, and I'm not like ashamed of it. Like, I'll tell people. I don't really care that much. So that's pretty much it for my Ask Kirsten number 12. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry my eye makeup looks scary to you. I'm trying purples. Just go with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!